Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about how to create a project repository. So before watching this video, just go through the master git extension, GitHub, how it works in my channel. So okay, next we will go how GitHub works. First log in github.com, sign in with your credentials, and I will use my credentials and I'm signing in. Once you open GitHub, you can find repositories and create new repository. And I will create a repository name as my first project. After creating a project name, give a description. So I'm giving this project covers the basic, sorry, microcontroller project from scratch. So this description will add it in README file. So you can choose visibility public or private, and you can enable README file so that the description will appear here. And the remaining things you can keep default and create a repository. Once you created, you will have your readme file inside your repository, and click code. You will find a link of your project. Copy this, open git extension, and clone this repository in your local. So the copied link will be pasted automatically, and you select the destination folder. I have selected my GitHub folder, clone. So it will download from the GitHub what you have created. So it is downloaded now. Now open the repository. Now you can see here your files, like readme file it is created in GitHub. Now it is in local as well. Now I will open my file explorer and I can see my first project in my computer. So you can see readme file which are I created in GitHub. Okay. Now I will create a folder structures. First I will create an application folder. This can be used to create our applications based on our project specifications. And I will create one more folder which is a platform. This platform folder will be used to write a driver codes for different platforms. So I will create for STM32. In case if you have different folder, different platform, you can add it here. I'll open inside STM32 and I will create a folders, drivers, and I will create a startup folder. Here it will have a startup files, and one more folder I will create as a linker folder. So here the linker file will be present, and then I will create a config files. In case if need some configurations, I can config in this folder. So this is platform specific to STM32. In case if you have different platform, you can add one more folder here. Okay. And now application platform, two folders are there. I will create a one more folder. The folder name is build. So here all the build files will get stored, like object files, ELF file, load file. All the files will be stored there. And one more is scripts. In case if I need to run any scripts, I can store here and I can run. And I'll create one more folder called docs. In case if there is any technical documents, I can store it here. Now I'll create a one more file and I will rename it as make file. So here the make M should be caps, remaining should be non-caps. So make file and remove the extension .text. And I will create one more folder which is interface. So the interface folder is to interaction between the application and platform. So the interface calls will be used via interface folder so that it will be separated between application platform. Now I will come to git extension and I will refresh this and I will try to commit. Here I can see only make file, other folders are not present. Since if you don't have files, git won't track your files. So first I will stage this file. Once staged, I will commit this file, my first file, and I will commit and I will push to the origin, which is in GitHub. You can see push to origin. Once this is done, I will go to my GitHub and I will refresh this. Now you can see my new file which is created in my local. It is pushed to origin and it is make file. Okay. Now I will come to platform and STM32 and I will create two more files. In startup, I will create a startup file. Remove the extension and you can use any name with extension of .s. This is startup file and I will come back and I will create one more file which is linker file. You can remove extension here as well. You can name it as linker.ld. You can save it. Now I will create one more file which is main.c and you can save with the different extension .c. Now these are the files I have used and I will come to git extension. Now I can see now one now you can see if I create once I create new files, the folders getting included automatically. Now I can stage all these files and I can push this into GitHub. I will give a startup and linker file is added. Now I will give commit and push so that it will be pushed to origin in GitHub. So these are the three files which is mainly required to create a new embedded project folder. One is make file, .c file, .s file, startup file and linker file. These are the four files which it required for your embedded project. Now I will refresh here. Now I can see the new folder and make file everything here. And I will open a platform folder. Now I can see linker.startup folder. I can go here and I can see the linker file and startup file.s file. So all these files are pushed to GitHub so that we can use these files whenever we need. Okay, once we created a project, we need to write a make file, startup file, linker file, how all these files are working. In upcoming videos, we will see one by one what is make file, how it has written, what is linker file, how it has written, what is startup file, how it has written. So we will go through step by step. Thanks for watching the video.